I've heard a lot of funny things that some of them probably really happened, and somebody that wanted to have a good laugh out of some folks probably made some of them up. There's a good chance that this little tale I'm going to tell you did happen. There was a very devoted Quaker fellow moved into a community, and you're a Baptist, and in spite of their differences in religion, they got along something wonderful as neighbors, helping each other with farm chores and in every way they could. One day they went down to the stock sale, and that Quaker was unlucky enough to buy the meanest milk cow that the good Lord ever let give milk. He kept her the rest of the summer, and she'd bruised his poor old knee quite a few times with that wicked hind foot while he was sitting there on that stool of milk. And one morning after it'd come a big frost, and that old cow'd been down that briar patch and scratched them udders all over, he come out there to milk, and she stood there and shivered and quivered like old Elvis, till the milk was about ready to come over the top of the bucket, and the foam was. She kicks Quaker, stool and all over, and he rolls down the bank, and he gets up and looks at her. Oh, man, he's mad, but he don't say nary a word till his temper cools. And he walks up, and he pats her on the head. He said, "Nay, bossy, I cannot strike thee, but on the morrow I'll sell thee to a Baptist, and he'll beat the hell out of thee." His little country church decided they'd get him one of them preachers that'd been to the seminary that know them $5 words and let their little country preacher go. And when he moved into the parsonage, he was a fellow that wore the suit and tie the whole week long and drove a big Cadillac. He was driving along on the little country road through the little hamlet one Sunday afternoon after the sermon, and he saw this little old red pickup truck wobbling along, coming right close up behind him in his rearview mirror. About the time the old boy went by, and he almost sideswiped him because he'd had a few drinks to sober up on from a drunk he'd been on the night before. He looked over at his wife and he says, "Poor fella, he must be sick," and said under his breath, "As soon as I get the chance in a straight place, I'll hit my passing gear to get around that fool. He'll run down the road and kill me." Right just in a minute, here comes a little straight patch in that road, and he takes off in that Cadillac. When he gets to the end of the straight place, he's by the little red pickup truck, but she won't corner. She goes off over the embankment, tears the Cadillac all to pieces. Well, here comes a little red pickup truck. He sees the accident, and I mean, he's a good old Samaritan, and wants to help him. The thing's missing on 3 or 4 cylinders. He rolls up to the edge of the embankment and stops it right easy, and he gets out, looks down, he says, "Hey, fella, are you hurt down there?" And luckily, the preacher nor his wife either weren't hurt much. He was helping her out of the wreck. Preacher looks up at him and kind of grins. He said, "No, we're not hurt. The Lord's riding with us." He says, "Well, I believe you better let me take him the rest of the way. You're going to kill him." Georgia.